Good evening, everyone. My name is Benjamin, and I'm excited to be with you in the next 6 weeks. And within the next 6 weeks, of course, you hopefully will get enough knowledge, information, and some technique. But remind you that you're not going to be an expert, and you're not going to be able to sit in the corner street and say, "Give me your hands," and or go to parties and tell people something, right? Because that's exactly what we don't want to happen. Meaning, what I would like you to have in mind in order to make it successful, all right? How many of us riding bicycles? Road, something, right? So imagine if you have only one gear in the bike, like it used to be when I was a child, I don't know. So uphill, downhill, the same gear, right? But then we got a little advanced, right? And we had like this 10 gears. So to every condition, you change gears. Does that make sense to everybody? Like even in a car, right? With a stick shift, if you're driving, or in any equipment that you use today that you would love to have a better way of using it, right? So for example, if you know how to use the right gear in the right moment, you will get faster to where you need with less amount of effort. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And that's what we want to have. Palm and Face is one of these tools that you will be able to learn yourself, not anybody else, to learn your weaknesses, to learn your strength, to learn what you can use better, and when is a downtime in your life, what you need to strengthen. When there's a risk of you falling into something, you will learn how to handle it and what is mostly your problem and tikkun and what is the other people. Does that make sense to you? Because most of the time we sometimes go down on ourselves, beating ourselves. Most of the time we don't know that for some people it's okay at certain time, and at certain time it's not okay. Do you understand? So that is like part of the big picture of what we want to use the Palm and Face for. The second idea is it's a prerequisite for us being in this class. You need to make an agreement with the Creator. Why? Because anything you're going to see, shapes of faces, eyes, eyebrows, hair color, things that are very obvious to quote-unquote judge others, okay? You can't do that. It's strict rule for that class. You can only clearly look at yourself, no others. That is a prerequisite. I know you thought, yes, now I can judge everybody better. No.
What if we're going on dates or?
No.
No. Okay.
No other excuse except that you have to work with your own judgment without looking at the features. It's only for us. I'm going to say it the third time, very slowly. Because if you're going to use it to judge others like a warning sign, because we're going to speak about many things. And this is something that I would like to repeat any class that we do in here. If you're going to use it, it will conceal many things for you. So you need to put guards on yourself. That's how wisdom revealed to someone. Wisdom can reveal to someone when he puts guards on himself that he's not going to use it to harm someone, and specifically themselves. Let's say if you will hear something about you, that in your features, in your hands, there is something that is in risk. but you're not as professional. You're not as equipped for that. You, with your consciousness seeing that, you will say, oh, wow, that's so terrible, and you will actually will project it on yourself without knowing that you have a support line or a support system in other feature of your body. Do you understand what I just said? I'll give you every class the most important example, which is Moses. Everybody know Moses? Moses, if you're looking at Moses, features, face, color, shape, size, how he looked, how he talked, right? Everybody know he was have difficulty, right? Serial killer. anyone who will look at him, and that's why if you read in the Torah, every time there was like, oh, he's going to steal our money, oh, he's going to be raping our wives, and he's going to take this. It was true, based on the 1%. But let me tell you something about it. It's something to remember and to engrave when you study, in your consciousness, when you study this wisdom, because we're going to see some faces, you're going to look at yourself, you're going to start having these thoughts, right? And we're going to be doing as great a job as we can to give you as many as detail for any feature. But put in mind that in the face, feature change every 7 years. In the hand, once a year. Okay? Now, do you see the line getting different every year? No, because we're actually not changing as rapidly. Therefore, you might judge someone based on his facial, based on his color, based on the shape of his eyes or the set of his eyes, where he's deep or eye or the nose, but you don't know they already fixed that feature about themselves. So what will happen as a return? You're going to be judged for that, for judging someone that you don't even know if they change it. No, but I know them. They didn't change it. Again, go back to the beginning. They might have a line in their hand that you cannot see that support and bypass all the problems that they have based on their face. Everybody understand that? Mm-hmm. So keep in mind, it can be deceiving. Someone short, someone tall, someone with this head, someone with long neck, arms and stuff like that. Don't judge it. So again, these are the things that I want to make it very clear for those of us who are actually watching at home as well. It's the same exact. We need to keep that in mind. Is that clear? The rules are clear. Yes? Yes. Okay, it's between you and the light, and you don't want to mess us up. Why? Because it will conceal a lot of information. Knowledge come to someone, information come to someone that know how to securely use it for the benefit of themselves, to use those features, to know how I can benefit in this area of my life and how I can stop using that for abusing some other areas of my life. Okay? So, one of the things that we would like to say here, how can I use everything that I'm going to learn for the benefit of the entire world? How can I use it to become a conduit? Okay, that's another thought and desire that you want to have. I want to use everything I'm going to hear for the sake of changing something within me, activated something within me and not with others. You're going to find out few things about your potential, okay? And you want to be able to put a little bit more effort in that direction, okay? So you want to look into it. In some of the classes, you're going to hear about some people that, not people, but some features that you probably don't have. Not today, right? So it's important for us to listen to everything and to use everything correctly. You know, One of another thing is to understand why we call palm and face. You know, face in Aramaic and in Hebrew is called panim. How do we call it? Panim. Face. Panim is the same word in Hebrew for pnim, which is inner. The pnim, the inner person. So anything that's happening inside will be shown on the face. Okay? Face is panim, but is the inner person, that what we cannot see. So anything on the face of the person, people also use the expression, oh, I see it on your face. You lied to me, I see it on your face. Happened to you before? Or someone, oh, you know, you tell the truth. How do you know? You see it on their face. What do you mean you see it on their face? Because the inner reflect on the face. Anything that happened inside. You will learn about your forehead. It's the projector of all the secrets is going on in your head. All your thoughts being reflected here. Kind of like an iPad screen. Okay? Now, none of us know that, right? None of us know how to read it, but you will be able to learn a little bit about yourself. So, again, this is part of the idea. The skin of the individual, you see, each one of us have different feature, right? Different types of texture, if you want to call it, or different types of lines, right? So I will give you like maybe a disgusting vision for that, right? Imagine if you take all the skin of the individual and you kind of like put it on a table. It's going to look like a road map, like, you know, when you look from above to like a Google Earth type of thing, right? You know what I'm talking about? So you're going to see like all these routes and mountains and hills, and you're going to see all those things. These are the map. It says there's 3 letters, probably 6 letters. I'm going to maybe tell you this to meditate on. But the idea of that is the Ze Sefer Toldot Ha'adam. This is the book of the birth of Adam, which is us, humans. And it's all been written on us. All your life story, each one of us has to come with a built-in map. Have you ever seen the TV show? Sorry. You know what I'm talking about? How you call it?
Lie to me?
No, not Lie to Me.
It's the one with the tattoos.
Yeah, with the tattoos.
Prison Break.
Prison Break. You saw that?
Yeah.
So he tattoos all the way to escape on himself, and nobody really could recognize, and every time he knew what to use and whatever. Kind of like the idea that is all, don't tattoo yourself, but it's all written. Everything has been scribed on you. The way to tap into the parts of your soul, the way your soul need to go, the way your soul can communicate. It's all been written. So that's another idea to look at that. Every part of our body represents part of your soul that you can tap into. Another thing. The reading itself for yourself is mostly intuitive. The feature can give you a hint, can give you access, can give you the door, but you need to enter. So it's mostly about feeling, about yourself, about where you're at, about what you need to understand. Even if it's not accurate, in a certain time of life, it kicks in a different tikkun. Okay? So keep in mind. So that's it.